Hello there, Mike the MC, bringing another self-care video. Today I'm going to go back now to the Catechism and start bringing up these videos again and then connect them with more of my videos where I'm kind of just going off the cup, right? Just kind of whatever I want to talk about. So that way I could kind of do a bit of both in the sense of, okay, my thoughts in comparison with a Catechism video. So in the sense, okay, I'll do the Catechism video first, and then I'll do more comparisons. So this is kind of leading into this as more of the style I want to go to moving on with these videos. So 243, this is with respect to the Holy Spirit and how really looking at everybody in our lifetime, whether it's a good or a bad person, a boss, co-worker, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, right? We're going to look into this as far as how the Holy Spirit communicates through them in our lives and how, okay, maybe there are things we don't want to hear and we don't want to acknowledge that, okay, I could just blame other people, not take responsibility, but then you're giving away your power, right? And so you got to recognize when that criticism comes back to you that you got to accept and move forward and not blame. And by not blaming, you will take and have your power back. So let me share with you number 243 before going in just a little further. So 243 states the following: the Father and the Son revealed by the Spirit. Before his Passover, Jesus announced the sending of another Paraclete, Advocate, which is the Holy Spirit. At work since creation, having previously spoken through the prophets, the Spirit will now be with and in the prophets. The Spirit will now be with and in the disciples to teach them and to guide them into all truth. The Holy Spirit is thus revealed as another divine person with Jesus and the Father. And so, right, since creation, spoken through the prophets, right, the Spirit will be with and in the disciples. And so when the Spirit is with everybody through the creation, okay, from the Catholic perspective, it's having that connection with God through all of life, through the connection that you and I are having through this video, through the message that is spoken from the Bible, from whoever you listen to in real life, however you listen to the media, whatever sources, right? All of life and God is all one creation. And so, right, this interaction, it never stops. Even when the TV is off, when the phone is off, you are still having some thought, some idea. Even for anyone who is thinking, okay, well, what about people with some disability, some connection, right? So on the mental side of things, right? So from the social worker perspective, okay, yes, there are disabilities that I have to diagnose, but then beyond that, it's thinking, okay, there is still a soul in a person, a soul and a mind and a heart that are at work. And so regardless of our mental capabilities, there is still connections. And that may be before the comparison video later in comparison with this. But driving this point with 243, who do you talk with? Who's your mentor? Who's your rival? Who is the one that's trying to challenge you, fight you for your position in the workplace? Who's the one that's going to come against you when you are going with a client and they're now all of a sudden saying, oh, this guy, this lady, I don't like them. They're not a good caseworker. They're not a good person in my life. Oh, me, why am I working with this person, right? And so you yourself, in your perspective, you have got to face the good and the bad from people as far as the criticism. But the Holy Spirit will be, in the sense of an advocate, trying to guide you right through all of those experiences. How many of us have stood against a boss? How many of us have gone against the flow when we knew it would put us in the very grave position if we knew we gave up everything, right? That is a very hard position. I've been in that many times, going against a boss and people in life. But the point is, I tried to advocate for myself, advocating because I knew that I had a purpose, and the Holy Spirit knows your purpose for you too. And so when you know who you are, allowing the Holy Spirit to be your great advocate, the one who's promoting you in every situation, you recognize your strengths and you recognize you're on a journey, and you knock off the negativity in your mind and you think, okay, beyond what I see in this life, the Spirit is telling me, okay, maybe I cannot be a person in this regard with my dreams, but maybe it'll come true in this other regard in life, right? And so the thing is, don't give up on yourself and your dream, and the Spirit will guide you in every direction that you go. And so when the Spirit is speaking through you through creation, how does the rest of creation work with you? Does the animal that you take care of, your pet, love you? Does your plant grow because you're taking care of it? How are you in relation to creation, right? How do you relate to all the world around you? And so when you come to understand who you are in this perspective, that'll show who your character is and how you can improve your character. And when you're not blaming other people, you will start to grow because you are now taking that power back, and you're willing now to make a change in your life because you are accepting that responsibility, and you're taking the advice of the Holy Spirit to become a better person and to build that sense of the spiritual. Right, read spiritual books, read the Bible, take a moment, reflect from the TV, everything in media, and just listen with your heart, soul, mind, and with your strength, listen and move upon that prompting of what you got to do in the day. It is a beautiful thing to be prompted to do something good. So think about that and see what you can do in your life today. All right, everyone, that's number 243 of the Catechism. I hope you like this. I hope the video serves you well. And don't forget, listen to the promptings of the Holy Spirit and move forward with a direction, and trust yourself, trust your instinct, and you will be okay. All right, everyone, hope this video finds you well. Take care. Have a good one.